I want to talk about why a lot of men feel like the one they hurt the most is the one they need. And the problem is this. The first problem is a man needing a woman. Because whenever a man needs a woman, or in his mind thinks he needs a woman, by default, he usually picks a woman he really doesn't want. He kind of just picks a woman that is there, kind of like a placeholder. Dealing with a woman that he really doesn't want, or maybe he likes her, he might like her a little bit and shit. But that want energy is what probably caused him to pick the woman ultimately and not the woman herself. And that's no knock against any woman who has been picked by like that. Because women do it too. Women pick men because they feel they need a man and not because they want one. And that's the problem. Because when you feel you need somebody instead of wanting them, you don't give them your best 9 times out of 10. A lot of cheating and a lot of people cheat or stay in relationships simply because they feel they need the person. It's not a want. Also, a man should not even be looking for a woman if he needs a woman. A man is supposed to be a leader, right? And since he's the leader, the woman really is supposed to be able to depend on him. Keyword, be able to depend on him. And I'm not saying a man can't depend on a woman ever at all. But that's not the mentality that a leader and a man should have. And I'm not saying a woman should depend on a man. I said should be able to. I didn't say a woman needs to or must. So for all the independent women, understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you need to depend on a man or must. I'm saying you should be able to. Beyonce should be able to depend on Jay-Z, even though she got $500 million. You get what I'm saying? But as men, when we feel like, see, a lot of men are in a bad position because of the want for women. No, the need, my bad. I might have said what I meant to say earlier, a want, and I really meant need too. Maybe I'll come back to that. I don't remember exactly what I said, but I'm thinking, if something I just said in this video didn't sound right a minute ago, it's because I meant to say need and not want. A lot of men are in a messed up position in life because of the need for women, right? The need, not the want, the need. When I need a woman, that means I need her to pay half my bills or I'm fucked up. I need her to do my laundry or I'm fucked up. I need her to cook for me or I'm fucked up. We can't depend on women. You can't depend on women. I feel like a man should already, this is my opinion, if I had a son, I would tell him, don't worry about women until you get your life together, man. That's facts. No, because a lot of men have fucked up their life by worrying about women before they got their life together. I know if I had a daughter, I wouldn't want her with a guy that ain't got his shit together. That's not how this thing works. But like I say, the reason why it might be true, why a lot of men might, what did dude say again? Oh yeah, hurt a woman that they need the most is because the psychological mind of needing a woman in the first place. If I choose a woman I want instead of one that I need, I'm going to probably choose the woman that I want way better. But if it's a woman I need, example, aka, damn man, I don't know how I'm going to get by with rent. Let me stay with this woman that just cheated on me, or you know, even though she's disrespectful and shit, I gotta put up with her, man, because of this or that. You see what I'm saying? Because you need the woman. But if you just want the woman and she's doing that shit, goodbye. And it still goes back to the beginning of what I said. A man must create a foundation to where he doesn't need a woman. So that way, I guarantee you, if a man creates that foundation before he decides to try to get a woman, he's not going to pick a woman that he needs. He's going to pick a woman he wants. Therefore, he's probably not going to hurt her. A lot of women hurt men because the men that they're dealing with are men that they need and not want. I need you to pay my rent and take care of my kids, but I don't love that motherfucker. She's not going to say that out loud, but her action's going to say it. But if a woman wants you, soaking wet and all that shit, it's a whole different ball game. It's a different attitude. This is why a lot of times, in the beginning, you get a whole different woman than the woman that you get later when shit starts to go shaky. It's the same woman, she's just treating you differently. Because now, it's no longer a want, it's a need. I really don't want to deal with this motherfucker no more, but, you know, I gotta stay with him, blah, blah, blah. So I can see why dude said what he said, and he's not the only one that has said this shit. I've seen this shit multiple times. To where people say men hurt the men they need the most. That is the biggest problem. No man should need a woman. After your mom raised you, no man should need a woman, right? Depending on a woman, you should be able to depend on your woman. You got hurt, right? You got hurt, and you need help. You know, you lost your job and you got hurt or some shit, and you need to depend on your woman, right? That's different. Ain't nothing you can do about that. You should be able to depend on your woman, right? But the title is Men Hurt Women They Need the Most. The psychological thinking is the problem of needing the woman. That is the whole problem. Because the whole thing switches when I only deal with women I want instead of women I need. If you don't believe me, look at men that you know. Go look at men that you know, like, I know his woman don't want him. She just there because she needs the money. Look how he get treated. Then look at men you know that, I know his girl, she don't need that dude for shit. But look how she treated. Because she want him. There's a difference, dog. So the moral of the story is, men should not even be dealing with looking for a woman. A woman should not even be in your mind until you get to the point in life as a man where you don't need no woman. That is facts, man. That is 100% facts, because I'm going to tell you this too. We all know that it's not a guarantee. More than likely, a woman's going to leave. That's a fact. I'm not saying that she will, but there's a good ass chance that she's going to leave. So what happens when you are a man that needs a woman instead of wants a woman, and she decides to leave? Right? Now you crumbling. You don't want to eat. You know what I mean? You don't want to do nothing no more. You don't even want to keep self-improving to become a better person for a next woman if this woman cheats on you. A lot of men take a woman back out of a woman cheating because they feel that they need the woman. It has nothing to do with the one. Honestly, let's be real about it. I've been there, so I know. The woman cheated on me, right? This happened a few times in life. And I know other men probably feel the same way. Man, you know you don't want that woman no more after she's done that shit, man. Unless you was doing it too and you like, all right, fuck it. We even, let's kill this shit. But if you wasn't doing it and she did it, man, you know that's disheartening like a motherfucker, right? But if you feel you need the woman, you're going to put up with that. But if you just wanted the woman, you're going to leave her alone, man. Because you have built an empire as a man to where at the point, if a woman starts acting up, I don't need her. I'm gone. You think Kobe Bryant, Jay-Z, and all them gonna put up with the bullshit, disrespect, and women sleeping with other men and shit? I'm not saying some men who are on a level like that don't, but for the most part, that's because the men have the mentality that they need the woman, not want the woman. It don't matter. Matter of fact, it don't matter how much money you got or who you are. If your mentality is I need a woman, then your mentality probably is going to be that, well, I really don't want to treat her, I really ain't got to treat her like the best because I really don't want her. You know what I'm saying? She's just there. I just need her for now. You know, I just need her to pay my bills, fam, for real. She just paid my bills and give me free food stamps and shit, for real, dog. I don't really want her, though. It's different, man. It's different. And also, a lot of y'all letting women shame y'all, man. Stop doing that. Because these women are not innocent, man. You know, a lot of times they're very good and very crafty at making men feel like they did everything wrong and they hurt the woman, and this woman never hurt this man one day in her entire life. It's not true, man. Either way, let's say you did hurt the woman. Let's say you fucked up and the woman don't want nothing to do with you no more, right? You still need that mentality of, I only wanted the woman, not needed the woman, because now you're going to be like a beta male cuck and shit. You know, trying to beg for her back and shit. I get it. All right, you fucked up. You try to get her back a few times. After that, that's it. Ain't no, I'm going to keep trying and trying. She got a boyfriend. I'm still trying. All that bullshit, man. Or she cheated. I'm still trying. This is what happens when men have the mentality of, I needed a woman. I need a woman. And that's my whole point of making this video, man. You fucked up from the very beginning. From the mentality of thinking you needed a woman in the first place. So more than likely, yeah, you're probably not going to treat that woman the way a woman should be treated, because you're in the mentality of you needed a woman, not wanted a woman. There's a difference. And you probably picked the woman out of need. And that's why I keep saying, I keep going back to, men should not even be looking for a woman until they have established themselves to the point in life where they don't need a woman, because you're not even going to pick you're more than likely not going to pick the wrong woman in the first place. But if you in the mentality of I need a woman from jump, you know, you ain't got your shit together, you still trying to find women and shit, you're probably going to pick the wrong one any fucking way, man. 9 times out of 10, man. Think about a lot of these rappers and then look at somebody like Jay-Z, who actually it seems like picked a solid one, right? Then you got some of these other ones, you know, basketball players, rappers and shit, picking women that taking them to divorce court, divorce raping them for the bag and shit like that. But if that man had the mentality that he didn't need a woman, he probably would have screened her out way more. And he probably wouldn't have been like, man, I know she on some bullshit. She ain't really feeling me like that, but she fine as fuck and I like her, so I'm gonna do it anyway, man. Because I need a woman. I need a wife. You know, let me hurry up and get married real quick because I need a wife. You know, I mean, I'm almost up in age and shit. So, you know, I need a wife in life, man. You see the same thing with women. The women who have the mentality that they need a man, they usually end up staying in relationship to relationship. They don't become single and learn to love themselves for a while and then actually be alone to where a man can actually come into her life and actually pair bond with her. A lot of these men can't pair bond with a lot of these women because they not taking no break from no man, no? Because they feel like they need men. They don't take a break. They go from one guy to the next motherfucker, to the next. That's what they do, man. And it's all because of the mentality of, I need a man. Not want a man, need a man. A woman who has the mentality of, I want a man, is a woman who's still moving efficient, still trying to handle things in her life, still trying to get things done and accomplish goals and all this shit. A woman who has the mentality that I need a man is probably trying to be out plotting and scheming on a man, trying to get through in life off of a man. And most of them probably are with a man right now that they don't even want. I've seen it with my own eyes. Not just personally, because I didn't know the game back then, but afterwards, after I've been single, I've seen it. Knowing this woman does not want the guy she's with, but she stays because she feels like she needs it. It's the truth, man. A lot of women's lives are fucked up because they felt like they needed a man, man. That is facts. That is 100% facts. Whether it be money, whether it be attention, it don't matter. So think about it. As a man, do you really want that feminine trait that you need a woman? Nah, we gotta flip that to I don't need a woman, I want one. I don't need a woman, I want one. That's why I don't care if I have to be single for the rest of my life. If it's not a woman that I want, then I'm not doing it. Why? Because I don't need a woman. If I needed a woman, if I had that mentality, I need a woman, then I'm going to pick a woman that I don't really want. And just be like, you know what, man, I just need a woman in my life, dog. I really don't want this one. This ain't exactly what I want, but you know what, I'm going to do it anyway. Because I need a woman, dog. I can't deal. And that's the problem, and that's the mentality, man. So, yeah, I probably agree with that. I think men would probably more than likely hurt women that they need. Because the very essence of a man needing a woman is a problem. But if you married, that's a whole different ball game. You know what I mean? Even then, you shouldn't have that mentality, but you should be able to depend on a woman if you're married. That's your girl, right? But I still wouldn't adopt that mentality. I still would have that mentality of, you know, not depending on her. That way that make her life easy. Regardless. But I think that's all I gotta say about this shit, man. Y'all gotta stop thinking, especially like if the woman's saying she don't want you no more. This is there's two reasons why it's bad that a man shouldn't feel like this. Number one, from the very beginning, you know what I mean? You need to establish your life first before you're dealing with a woman. That's hard to do when you feel like I need a woman all the time. You're out chasing women all the time instead of chasing your success because you feel like you need a woman, but in reality, you need your purpose. You need success, which is going to bring you the woman you want in the end, you know. But that's not the mentality most people have. And then on the flip side, 9 times out of 10, a woman's going to leave. Let's be honest. Most relationships don't work out in the end. That is the fucking truth. But what happens is, again, if you feel like you need the woman, she gonna get away with basically murder. And she could feel that energy too. A woman could feel when you're scared to lose her, which causes her to let me withhold sex. Let me not do this or that. Let me stop doing the things I do to keep this guy happy because he ain't going nowhere. Or matter of fact, let me go fuck somebody else. He ain't going nowhere. This is the type of shit you get. But she know in her mind that, man, he really don't need me. He really here because he want to be with me. That also makes a woman like you even more, respect you more, just by default. Some women know the man they're with can't get nobody else but her. So that's how she treats him. It's a fact. It's a cold hard fact, dog. It's just all bad, man. We are the leaders. We're not supposed to need. If anything, they should be needing us. They should be dependent on us more than we are dependent on them. But because of what I said, man, 9 times out of 10, the relationship's not going to work anyway. And she probably going to leave you in the end anyway. And the last thing you want to do is crumble and just throw in the towel. So now she's off with another guy and you done fell all the way off the map. And you can't even get somebody. Man, fuck that. Woman leave me, all right, it's over. Now watch, I'm going to use that as fuel, and I'm going to self-improve because I didn't need a woman, I wanted a woman. So now I'm going to self-improve for a better woman and for me. Instead of breaking and folding, not eating, wanting to commit suicide, many men have died. Many men have killed themselves because I need a woman. Man, I can't live without this woman. You see what I mean? This is the problem, dog. It's deeper than what y'all think. It seems like a thin-ass line between want and need, but it's really not. It's a big difference. It's a big difference. And most importantly, you'll treat a woman way better, subconsciously and by your actions, just for the simple fact that you're with a woman you want instead of a woman that you feel you need. And that is facts, people. That is 100% facts. If you don't believe me as a man, look at the women who are with the men that they want, and then look at the women who are with the men that they need. And let's say that you know for a fact this is the truth. Tell me the difference. Tell me how she treats him and how she treats him. Other than that, man, all I can say to y'all men is we don't need women. We're supposed to want them. You know what I mean? And if you don't want a woman, just let her be, man. But when you feel like you need women, that's when I need sex. So let me just deal with this woman. I really don't want this woman, but I'm dealing with her. I'm dealing with her and her. And it's just a problem. Instead of, let me focus on my purpose or my kids or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Fumbling bags. Well, what happened to that Boston Celtic guy? He didn't need that woman. Now he fumbled the whole fucking bag, man. He fumbled the whole bag because if he realized, well, I mean, I guess he could. I don't. Nah, because that situation. Obviously, he felt like he needed to fuck with her. Because ain't no way he put the bag over, or he put the chick over the bag. He knew it was a risk. It's not worth it, man. And he probably cheating because he with a woman that he needed instead of wanted. If I'm with a woman I want, why I need another woman for? I made sure I picked a woman that is exactly what I wanted. Therefore, there's no way I want to want nobody else. Why the fuck would I? And if she decided to leave or cheat or something like that, yeah, it's gonna hurt. But I ain't gonna break and fold because I don't need her. Because I still can survive. A lot of y'all have to deal with a cheating ass woman because you can't pay half your rent. Or you can't pay all your rent, my bad. So you gotta deal with her. You gotta deal with her loudmouth, you gotta deal with her disrespect, all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, you gotta live with her. But if you on your own shit and you don't need a woman, you ain't gotta deal with none of that bullshit. Have a good day, y'all.